We have no other option but to recommend to the governor to take over the administration of the KHDC and appoint an administrator in exercise of Sub-Para 2 of Para 16 to the 6th schedule. The matter was Sub-Para 2 of Para 16 of the 6th schedule to the Constitution of India. So the matter has been placed before the Cabinet for consideration, and the Cabinet is kind enough to approve the proposal. After the last general election to the KHDC, that is in 2014, the all regional party alliance came to power, and Shri Adel Bilal Basarimat was elected as chief executive member. But 6.5 months later, that is on 26 September 2014, Mr. Basarimat resigned from the office of the CM, and the resignation was accepted by the government. Then, on 8 October 2014, Shri Adel Badnauram was elected as the new CM, and he formed the new executive committee accordingly. On the 10th of March 2015, the DCA department received a letter from Shri Pensionai PNC MDC and leader of the People's Democratic Forum, informing that the executive committee under the leadership of Adel Badnauram has lost the confidence amongst the members in the KHDC and has been reduced to a minority with the support of only 13 MDCs, excluding the chairman in the House of 30. He also informed that the PDF has a strength of 16 under his leadership. And then
enclosed
under his leadership and enclosed the list containing the names and signature and requested for convening of a session of the council for the trial of strength. A copy of that letter also is enclosed. It may be also stated that the incumbent CM Shri Adel Badnauram did not resign from the post of CM, as you all know, even though it had become apparent that he has lost the confidence of majority of MDCs, which is a normal course of action usually taken by any incumbent CM in such an event. Therefore, the way for election of a new CM has not been clear. Under the circumstances, the government recommended to the governor to summon a session on the 12th or 13th March for taking a vote of no confidence on the executive committee of Shri Adel Badnauram and for election of the new CM under sub-rules 5 of the Rule 36, read with sub-rule 1 of Rule 22 of the Assam and Meghalaya Autonomous District Constitution of District Council Rules 1951 as amended. Sub-rule 5 of sub-rule 36 says, notwithstanding anything contained in the rules, nothing shall restrict the power of the governor to summon a meeting of the district council at any time he deems fit. Sub-rule 1 of Rule 22. The executive committee shall be collectively responsible to the district council and may be removed on a vote of no confidence passed by a majority of the members of the district council at a meeting specially convened for the purpose. However, before the proposal could be approved by the governor, the department received a letter from Shri Metba Alando FDC, dated the 10th March 2015, as the leader of the parliamentary party of ARPA, requesting for convening a special session of the KHDC and forwarding therewith a copy of letter addressed to the governor signed by 16 MDCs, including the chairman, which stated that the ARPA is still intact, that the parliamentary party meeting of ALPA held on 10 March 2015 has unanimously elected Medba as its new leader. The governor was requested to summon a special session of the district council for election of the new CM. Copies of the letter are enclosed. However, the communication are silent on the fact that Sri Alden Nomlong had not yet resigned from the post of CM. The Governor's Secretariat returned the file for re-examination, as they had also received a letter signed by 16 MDCs as stated above on the 11 March 2014. On comparison of the two letters from PDF and ALPA, it is seen that two MDCs shifted their allegiance from one alliance to another within the course of same day, thereby making the political situation in the Khasisa Autonomous District Council very fluid. Under the present situation, convening of the session of the council for taking a vote of confidence on the present executive committee when the CM has not resigned to pave the way for election of new CM will lead to more confusion and may even encourage horse trading. In such a case, sub-para 2 of para 16 of the 6th schedule provides that if at any time the governor is satisfied that a section has arisen in which the administration of an autonomous district or region cannot be carried on in accordance with the provision of this schedule, he may by public notification assume to himself or any of the function of power vested or exercisable by the district council, as the case may be, the council, and declare that such function of power shall be accessible by such person or authority as he may specify in this behalf for a period not exceeding 6 months, providing that the governor may by a further order or order extended the operation of the initial order by a period not exceeding 6 months on each occasion. In the circumstances and constitutional provisions stated above, there appears to be no option left for the government but to recommend to the governor to take over the administration of the Khasisa Autonomous District Council temporarily and appoint an administrator in exercise of powers conferred by sub-para 2 of para 16 of 6th schedule to the Constitution of India.
The proposal we received from the Medical Educational Trust Association Surat of Seventh-day Adventists, and I propose to set up North-East Adventist University at Laskin, Tuai and Meghalaya. We have prepared the bill for that. It will be submitted to the House, and with the approval of the Cabinet, we are getting ready for all the formalities to be done to be able to submit it to the House, and accordingly After our formalities we followed, we present in the house, and this is what the cabinet have decided today.
The proposed amendment of Meghalaya Staff Services Rule 2010, as you are aware, was last amended in 2010. Since then there have been changes for which the provision of the existing rules are not adequate. Therefore this proposal was brought and the Cabinet has been pleased to approve this amendment of the Meghalaya House Staff Services Rule. In absence of this revised rule, what has been happening is that the same rate is charged for extra bed, and therefore the department has come up with the proposal for some correction, and the extra bed will be charged half the actual normal rate for the normal bed. This has been approved. The proposal from Power Department, which is for the extension of services of the Chief Technical Advisors, both for generation and Chief Technical Advisor for transmission and distribution. We wanted to strengthen the Power Department, as you are aware, and then based on which these technical advisors for both generation and transmission and distribution were created in the Department of Power. And after having had this exercise, the department have been able to attend to number of the responsibilities as a power department, which requires technical team in the department itself. And earlier also we actually attempted to recruit from open market, and while doing so we have actually spent lots of time in trying to get technical people, but we did not get. We ultimately managed to get subsequently after we convinced some of the people, and in the market availability of such senior technical people are very limited in power sector, because with the kind of investment that is taking place in the power sector all across the country, they are on high demand, and therefore the department came up with a proposal to extend their services for another 1 year, which the Cabinet has been pleased to approve. You are aware that as per the Act, the Government of Meghalaya has come up with the rules to implement the provision of the Biological Diversity Act 2002, which is a central law. And in order to implement the mandate of this Biological Diversity Act 2002, the state government came up with the Meghalaya Biological Diversity Rules 2010, which were notified in the month of August, 30th August 2010. Now, as we proceed further, the exercise actually made us feel that this rule need to be amended to the extent that the village level through existing village level traditional bodies such as Darbar Snom, Masjid, etc. also should be brought under this rule, and they also should be able to form the Biodiversity Management Committee at the village level.